Hello, everyone, and welcome to ICRC-TV Sports.
Three-pointer. Got it! In for the Comets score. Comets win! Yeah!
Hello, Comet sports fans, and welcome to Mason High School for the annual Espy Awards Show. My name is Adam Little, joined alongside my partner, Andrew Little. And Andrew, how are you doing tonight, and what are you looking forward to in this great event?
And Adam, I'm just so excited to be back here after a 2-year hiatus. We get to celebrate all the tremendous accomplishments of the student athletes here at Mason High School. We've got so many great awards they get to honor those performances and players. And, you know, Adam and I, as part of sports radio, we've had the opportunity to cover these teams all year long. We've experienced a lot of growth of our program, so this is going to be a great way to give back and honor those student athletes.
Exactly. It's going to be an amazing night celebrating all of the accomplishments of the tremendous athletes here at Mason. And first, let's break down the 2021-2022 season of Mason Athletics in a year in review. So starting off with the fall season, our main storyline, 8 of 9 Mason teams took home or shared the GMC title, those being girls volleyball, boys cross country, girls cross country, boys soccer, boys golf, and girls tennis, as well as 2 teams, the girls tennis team and the boys cross country team, took home OHSAA state titles.
Yeah, I mean, that's just unprecedented success from the Comets. 2 state championships in 1 season, that's crazy. And our host for the night, Amelia Guerin, she made a fantastic hype video back in the fall celebrating the 8 GMC champions, so a little shout out there.
Yeah, and we're going to start off with our first team of the night, the football team. They placed 7th in the GMC, and I think it's safe to say it was a little bit of an underwhelming 4-6 regular season for the Comets, but this Comet team could have easily been 8-2.
Yeah, and they had a couple really tough losses. Centerville is one that sticks out. I think 7 of their games were all decided within 1 score, so a very, very competitive season. And some of the highlight players for this team, the linebackers Jake Bates and Caden Evans, they were 1st and 2nd in the GMC in tackles, and Bates, he's nominated for Breakthrough Athlete of the Fall. He was the enforcer of this defense. He's so much fun to watch. Defense, special teams, he's all over the field. And then one more award nomination for this crew is Bryant Violin's one-handed catch against Sycamore. That's nominated for Play of the Year, and that was spectacular to watch live.
Yeah, and despite maybe it may not have been as a successful season as the Comets may have hoped, it was an incredible and unique atmosphere, having fans and students back underneath the Friday night lights, and that's something that I think we're all looking forward to, especially in the sense of normalcy that's coming back after the pandemic. So our next team we're going on, the girls volleyball team. They're going to start off our long list of GMC champions in the fall. First in the GMC, they went undefeated with a 9-0 conference record, 15-8 overall. And their coach, Lindsay Dinklocker, it was her first year as head coach of the Comets, and she had big shoes to fill in replacing Tian Meyer.
Yeah, and they had a great season. Brooklyn Darby, the senior, led the way at GMC Player of the Year. She was dominant all year. Now she's committed to Butler University, and she's one of our nominees for Female Athlete of the Year. It was a senior-heavy roster, so it's going to be interesting to see how they rebound next year. But one key underclassman this year was Peyton Evans, the sophomore setter, and she is nominated for Breakthrough Athlete of the Fall.
Yeah, and now moving on, another GMC champion, but also our first state champions of the fall, the girls tennis team. They've won 5 straight GMC or state championships. I mean, wow, that's just unprecedented.
Yeah, back to back to back to back to back. How many teams anywhere in the country, in the world, can say that they've won 5 straight championships? That is a dynasty right there that Coach Reed has. And a big part of that has been junior Shyla Agarwal, the Yale University commit. She became the first Mason Comet to win the singles OHSAA state championship, and she's nominated for Female Athlete of the Year for that. And then Risha Chadha and Anna Tunkel, they took 4th place in the doubles. And we're going to we've got some interviewers with Shyla and Risha, so we're going to head over there.
Yeah, Luke Thomas and Gabby Aftider are sitting down with Risha Chadha and Shyla Agarwal.
Or online. This is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
Guys, I'm Gabby Affatato,
And I'm Luke Thomas.
and we're here with two varsity athletes, tennis players.
We're here with Shyla Agarwal and Risha Chada. So Shyla, you're up first. Shyla, you're the first Mason athlete to win a state single title. What was going through your mind when you won? And what does this huge accomplishment mean to you?
I was super nervous during the match, seeing that, obviously I would be nervous, and the girl that I played in the finals I had lost to over the summer, and I had just been putting a lot of pressure on myself over the season to win. But after I won, it was like a really big relief, and it felt really good that all my hard work had paid off throughout the season, and seeing as last year, getting runner-up, that kind of intensified my feeling to want to win even more. So it was super exciting and a really good moment for me.
All right, Risha, you're both juniors, and you have a lot of returning players for next season. How are you going to carry that mindset and momentum into the next season after winning the state championship?
So we've won the state championship for the past 5 years, so it's kind of become a tradition to when new people come in or whenever we start a new season to kind of reshape our team dynamic. And we kind of go into it thinking this could be the year that we lose, but we're going to go out there and try our best. So we're never going to take it for granted.
Thank you.
So guys, what has it meant to both of you to win 4 straight titles, which is absolutely insane? And why is this group so special to you guys?
I mean, it was the group, everybody on the team, just the chemistry is insane. We all get to get along so well, and even before high school tennis itself, we've all known each other, so we've already had that bond that was kind of made, so it just made it even more special to be able to win with these group of girls. So yeah, that's awesome.
All right. Thank you guys so much. We're going to head back to the desk.
That leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again. Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood.
Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is Unit 1 crew from Woodlawn Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
Yeah, that Mason girls tennis team loaded with junior talent, and I think it's safe to say that they could potentially be going for a 6-peat next year.
Definitely, and now we're going to go to the other state champion of the fall, the boys cross country team. And like the girls tennis team, undefeated. And their momentum really got started at the Culver Invitational in Indiana. Isaac Shackleiter won that meet, and then at GMC they had a historic performance. This one's nominated for Performance of the Year. They swept the podium, first, second, third, fourth, fifth placers, all from Mason. All 7 runners made the first team all-conference. Aiden Amshoff was GMC Runner of the Year. He's a guy nominated for Male Athlete of the Year tonight. And then at state, they won by a 38-point margin. Wow. And that comes with no runners inside the top 15, but also no runners outside of the top 62. So it was a true team effort and a testament to the coaching from head coach Tom Rapp, and he's going to be one of the favorites tonight for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. And then the girls cross-country team have a lot of young talent. Freshman Addison Stevens, she broke out this year, and she was the team's second runner. And then sophomore Carly Condit, she was the team's top runner with an 18:44 PR.
Yeah, and they also won the GMC championship. 6 of their runners were first-team all-conference, so a really impressive season for them. They finished 8th at state, led by junior Grace McKay.
Yeah, and we're starting to sound like broken records, but the boys golf team won the GMC tournament. Junior Timmy Hollenbeck had a breakout year and shot a 67 at the tournament to win Player of the Year. Head coach Tim Lambert took home GMC Coach of the Year honors, and all 6 of the Varsity A Mason golfers were in the top 10 in the GMC for averages, all within 3.5 strokes of par, which for those of you that don't golf out there is very, very impressive. I can't say I can golf in that range.
Yeah, and the girls golf team, they might have topped that. They won the GMC shooting 574, led by Allie Madden, one of our nominees for Female Athlete of the Year. She shot 137, GMC Player of the Year, and Coach Chad Layton was GMC Coach of the Year. All 6 golfers were on the GMC first team, including Abby Love, the sophomore. Now, she's also a track runner, so she's been a terrific athlete in her early stint at Mason High School, but she's nominated for Breakthrough Athlete of the Fall, and the team shot 33 over at state, finishing in 2nd place, so just a terrific season for the girls golf team.
Yeah, and then the boys soccer team, they also finished first in the GMC, an overall record of 13-3-3, and another first-year head coach, Nate Bayer, won GMC Coach of the Year, and then Zach Cochran, Adam Enown, Gage Foster, Kevin Wren, and Luis Rojo all made first-team GMC. They did fall short to St. X in the regional semifinals, but a great state push.
Yeah, and the girls soccer team, pretty similar season to the boys, finished first in GMC with an overall record 13-3-4. Maddie Baird, Shannon Krogan, Carly Kiefer, and Janice Earls all first-team all-conference. And Shannon Krogan, she had 2 goals against St. Ursula in the playoffs in the second half to lead them to the Comets to a win. That's nominated for Performance of the Year tonight. And then another great play in the playoffs, Carly Kiefer, her penalty kick goal is nominated for Play of the Year. And this was a senior-heavy lineup. They're going to be replacing a lot of players, but if anybody can make up for it next year, it's Coach Schur. So it's going to be really interesting to see the future of this team.
Yeah, and now we're moving into the winter of Mason athletics, and the main storyline, the girls basketball team, their state tournament run, really bringing the community together. And so that's going to segue us into our first team, the girls basketball team. Again, they had that heroic state run and finished as state runner-ups.
Yeah, and this is just the word historic is the right one for this team. They're nominated for so many awards tonight. Kyla Oldacre, Female Athlete of the Year, Maddie Parrish, Breakthrough Athlete of the Winter, and also Play of the Year for her behind-the-back pass in the state finals, which in any game would have been a wow play, but to do it in the state finals under those bright lights is so impressive. And then Coach Matula, he's one of the front runners for Coach of the Year. And then Game of the Year versus Mount Notre Dame. And Adam, you and I were both there in the student section for that game. That's one of the most electric atmospheres I've ever been a part of.
Oh, most definitely. And it was really just a special season, as I said before. I mean, I feel that the community was just really brought together in their state title run. Abby Wachter wrote a tremendous editorial in the Chronicle. And it was just amazing to see so many students and teachers and community members all packed into Dayton Arena for the girls' state run. And led, as we mentioned earlier, nominated for Female Athlete of the Year, the McDonald's All-American Kyla Oldacre. She was really a true leader for this Comet team. Yeah.
I'm Michaela Poteet alongside Brooke Pacchiola, and we're here with varsity basketball players Kyla Oldacre and Maddie Parrish. Kyla, with being the only senior on the team, what has it been like to step into a leadership role this year?
It's been amazing, and also another life lesson for me to endure, being in the presence of just being the only senior and not how everyone looks up to me. And if I'm not sure of myself, they always reassure me and put me back on course to lead the team.
Now, Maddie, sports radio has had the honor of following you guys throughout this whole season. One thing that we've really noticed is your relationship with Kyla. Can you describe a little bit about what that has meant to you?
We've known each other before I moved to Mason, actually, and it just helped us during the regular season and postseason to just go for that long run. And obviously, me being the point guard and her being the strong 5, it just has to have that type of connection.
This state tournament run was something unforgettable for the Mason community this year. How special was it to have not only your school and your teachers, but just a bunch of supporters come out to cheer you guys on in your road to state finals?
It was amazing to actually see real school spirit in my high school career, and hopefully it'll happen next year also, but it was just amazing to see how people are actually willing to put their time aside to come and support us.
I mean, just to piggyback off of that, it was amazing seeing all the fans, and hopefully we get that same energy next year as we go on that same state run.
Thank you guys so much. We'll be back soon with the desk.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ICRC-TV Sports.
Three-pointer. Got it. In for the Comets score. Comets win. Yeah.
Yeah, and we love seeing that bond between Kyla Oldacre and Maddie Parrish, almost like they're sisters on and off the court. And so now we're going to talk a little bit about the boys basketball team. And again, they were a super young team. Sophomores Ben Manker, Jake Hamley in the starting lineup, and then Matt DeBross and Alex Kelling off the bench, and then some key juniors, Jack Olam and Ben Golan as juniors. And then they finished 8th in the GMC, an overall record of 7-15. But it'll be really fun to watch this young group grow and develop and break out over the next few years.
And another team that has some exciting youth is the wrestling team, led by sophomore Marcel Saburjanov. He's one of our nominees for Winter Breakout Athlete, and he, along with seniors Bryce Williams and Skylar Horn, was first team all-conference. Saburjanov and Horn were state qualifiers, which is a really impressive feat. And this team, led by Coach Maffey, were placed second overall in the GMC.
Yeah, and then the boys swimming team, one of our headline athletes tonight, Carl Blaybaum, he won state in the 100-meter butterfly, broke the state record, an absolutely dominating performance. That's nominated for Performance of the Year tonight.
Yeah, and Blaybaum is, no doubt about it, one of the best athletes to come through Mason in a long, long time. But the thing about this Mason, this boys swimming team, is that it's not just Blaybaum. They have a lot of talent. Eli Deviak, Max Plumley, they both were individual state placers. This team finished 4th overall at state. And freshman Ethan Fang's another guy worth mentioning. He is nominated for Breakthrough Athlete of the Winter, and then Blaybaum, as Adam mentioned, the terrific season, state champion, nominated for Male Athlete of the Year, and then Performance of the Year for his meet record performance at the state championship.
Yeah, and then the girls swimming team, they also won the GMC, and just like this boys basketball team, a lot of underclassmen, freshman Avery Outhouse, sophomore Olivia Hastings, Caitlin Whites, Megan Scholine, and Whites is actually nominated for Winter Breakthrough Athlete.
Yeah, Whites was a big part of a lot of their relays. She was a part of their 200 free relay that placed 13th at state, and Coach Sullivan did a great job with this young group. He was co-GMC Coach of the Year, and 6 of these Comets were first-team GMC, Althouse, Emma Hartman, Olivia Hastings, Megan Schoenlein, Abby Wechter, and Caitlin Whites. And Emma Hartman was the top individual performer at the state championships. She placed 15th in the 100 back, and then their 200 medley also placed 12th at state.
Yeah, and we've got Gabby Alfatato and Luke Thomas down in the lobby with Carl Blaybaum and Abby Wachter to talk about their season.
Hey guys, it's Gabby again.
And Luke Thomas.
And we're here with 2 varsity swimmers, girls and boys.
We are Carl Blaybaum and Abby Wechter. So Carl, got the first question for you. You were named the swimmer of the meet at the state championship and set a meet record of 100 fly. What does that mean to you to earn these high honors?
It's really special to me, especially to do it for a team like Mason. I've always just been so passionate about the sport and the team itself, and it just feels really great to be able to contribute a lot to the team and just be able to have success and find success and just have fun.
And Abby, the girls swim team was loaded with a lot of young talent this season. So how did you step up as a leader and mentor the girls into winning that GMC title?
Yeah, we definitely had to communicate a lot with the underclassmen this year because, there are a lot of underclassmen that we have to, pass that torch to. Really just communication and, getting to know them and emphasizing that team aspect of, we're going to be together for the rest of the season, make the best of it.
Right.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. They're going to do great.
Thank you.
So you guys are both graduating here in a couple weeks. So taking a look back on both memories, what has the Mason swim team done for you guys?
It's done a lot for me. It's taught me really how to be a teammate in the sport. Usually with swimming, you're just swimming by yourself. But when you swim for a team like Mason, you know, your high school team, you learn that it's more than just, you know, going best times. It's scoring points for your team and making it so that you're giving your team a chance to win.
And Abby, for you?
You know, just what Carl said, I came here from a small school in Illinois, and I didn't really know that, you know, a school this big could really find, you know, your niche and, you know, the people who, you know, you really like connect with is in a school this big. And making those connections, those relationships, it was a lot of fun. I won't forget it.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Back up to the desk.
Awesome. You guys are great.
On air or online, this is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
And what a legacy those two Comet Swim and Dive seniors have left. And now we're going to segue into the spring sports, starting with boys tennis. And they've been led by senior Vignesh Goganeni. He's the GMC Player of the Year. Last year he was the state runner-up, so he's going to hopefully have a lot of postseason success this year. He's nominated for Male Athlete of the Year. And this team finished second place in the GMC to Sycamore, and that's their only loss on the season. They've had some breakout underclassmen as well. Aaron Dornhecker, Connor Buckingham, Iago Voss, and J.B. Lang have all been contributors on varsity.
Yeah, another team doing really well, the boys volleyball team, and not only just at Mason, but boys volleyball as a whole has really been gaining a lot of momentum recently. Next season, they will be an official OHSAA sport, and this team has been led by their senior, Anthony Fago. He's currently on pace to break the school record in kills in a season. He currently has 288, and they have one game left on Monday. They're playing Lebanon. And currently he leads the GMC in kills by over 50, which is an astronomical number. And Fago also leads the GMC in service aces with 73. So I think it's safe to say that he's a glaring candidate for GMC Player of the Year. And then also Porter Lorenz, first in the GMC in assists with 564 currently, almost half of those going to Anthony Fago. But new addition, Nick Sailors, the running back of the football team, joined the team, and he's been a breakout outside hitter for the Comets. And they're currently on pace to finish second in the GMC.
Yeah, it's been so much fun to watch this team grow over the past few years. And I have an article coming out tomorrow in the Mason Chronicle covering these seniors, especially Anthony Fago. So make sure to be on the lookout for that in the hallways tomorrow. And then now we're going to move over to boys lacrosse, who kind of quietly are having one of the best seasons in recent memory for them. 10-0, undefeated conference record. GMC champions, and then they've had some great stat fillers. They haven't really had a single dominant player, but they've had a lot of guys having great seasons. Gavin DeWitt, he's first in the GMC in draw controls. Craig Wexelblatt, he's second in the GMC in caused turnovers. And then one of our nominees for Breakout Athlete of the Spring, Weston Simmons, has 28 goals. He leads the Comets in goals. And then Aiden Schramm and Michael Neary, a couple of juniors, they have 24 goals. So they've been doing really well as well.
Yeah, and then the girls lacrosse team, so they had a second-place finish in the GMC, and then juniors Lila Golinsky and Ava Mahoney are first and second, respectively, in the GMC for assists. Ella Shemak, the junior, it's her first year on varsity. She's coming off an ACL tear, and she's nominated for Spring Breakthrough Athlete of the Year. And so she's been a really cool story to watch her grow and excel on the varsity level after her injury. And then they also have a new coach, so three brand new coaches for the Comets this year, and Jenna Griffiths for the girls lacrosse team.
Yeah, and now as we head over to the girls track team, the GMC Championships currently underway. Finals are tomorrow, and right now the Comets are on track. It's still early, but they're currently winning the meet, and they're led by sophomore sprinter Abby Love. We talked about her being nominated for Breakout Athlete of the Fall, but she's not just a golfer, a terrific track athlete as well. And then Lily Eagleston, the freshman hurdler. She's one of the top freshman hurdlers in the state. Right now, the top hurdler in the GMC. She's nominated for Breakthrough Athlete of the Spring. There's a lot of young talent on the squad, like we mentioned. And then this team, they've had two victories at the GMC Championship already. Their 4x800 meter relay won yesterday, and then Andrea Burke, she's the GMC champion in shot put. So I'm sure tomorrow we're going to see some names add to that list.
Yeah, and also talk about that meet tomorrow. The boys track team have that event tomorrow. They have 5 individual event leaders in the GMC coming into the race with Mir Ashroff, Max Liao, Isaac Shackleiter, Aiden Amshoff and Jackson Harper, and so they're likely to compete for GMC champion spots tomorrow. And then they have the top 4x4 and 4x8 in the conference, so look for those to tack on some points to the Comets' names tomorrow. And then yesterday, as we mentioned, they threw the discus for the boys, and Aaron Spears came out on top, the GMC champ. And we mentioned just before the strong 4x8 team, and they, I think, have the potential to make a state push, not only just a GMC push.
Yeah, and one of the interesting storylines about that 4x800 meter team is they're led by a twin duo, kind of like us, Brady and Jacob Messer.
Yeah, and we're going to go down to the lobby where we're sitting down with Brady and Jacob Messer to talk about their season in the GMC championships tomorrow.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
We're back with varsity track runner Brady Messer. Now, Brady, what was your favorite memory in your time with Mason High School track?
My favorite memory is definitely going to like indoor state and outdoor state. We get to stay at the hotel and we can mess around with the team, and it's an overnight trip, so it's always fun.
You're moving on to run at the collegiate level, so how do you feel that Mason Track has prepared you for success in the future?
So especially with Mason Track, we're actually, the way we do our program and how we run and like how we log miles and all that is very similar to like what we're going to do at Eastern Michigan and at the collegiate level. So I'm very excited and I'm prepared for it, hopefully.
Now, you have been able to run with your brother throughout all of your high school years. What has it meant to you to be able to grow and improve as runners together?
So it's pretty special, especially with having a twin brother doing the same sport. He's always going to be my biggest rival no matter what, and always, whatever race we're in, it's always going to be a head-to-head competition. So it's always cool when one of us wins, so we get the bragging rights, and whoever goes away with the biggest PR.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Now back to the desk.
And we mentioned just before those Messer twins, part of the GMC champion 4x800 team. And now we're going to move on to the softball team. And we said time and time again about the youth that Mason Athletics has had this fall. And softball led by some freshman standouts, Alicia Fox, Annabelle Geyser, Haley Martin, and Addie McBriar, all freshmen in the starting lineup for the Comets. And then Lindsay Brewer and Holly Zoik, the sole seniors on this Mason softball roster, and they've been big leaders for the squad.
Yeah, Sam Pennington nominated for Breakthrough Athlete of the Spring. She's been one of the surprises for this team. And now as we segue over to baseball, they are the GMC champions. 15-1 in the conference, only one loss to Middletown, and they have 7 college commits on this team, and that number's probably only going to keep growing in the coming months. 5 Division I commits, and they've had a lot of travel opportunities this year. They traveled to Tennessee for a tournament. They went over to Indiana, played one of the top teams in the state there, and then they had neutral site games at Prasco Park in Xavier. So they've been a destination team for a lot of the top squads in the state, and they are led by their 3 fantastic pitchers, the first of whom, Brendan Garula, leading the GMC in wins right now, and then he's also a hitter, 2nd in home runs, and he's one of our nominees for Male Athlete of the Year. And then Noah Samuel, the other senior of the Southpaw, he's committed to Georgia Tech, and he is 2nd in the GMC in wins, and he's nominated for Performance of the Year. He threw a no-hitter at Prasco Park, avenging the Comets' loss last year to Kings in the backyard rivalry. And then Michael Murphy, he's 3rd in wins right now, but he's tied with Garula for 2nd in home runs. So Murphy and Garula are some nice two-way players, and I should mention Garula, a University of Cincinnati Bearcat commit as well.
Yeah, and talk about those 3 pitchers. They're down in the lobby, and we've got Gabby Alfatato and Luke Thomas sitting down with them to talk about the firepower they bring, having 3 strong aces on this Comet baseball team.
So that leaves us with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
Thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood.
Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is Unit 1 crew from One Long Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
On air or online. This is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
There's no better feeling than to be a part of a fire department. This is a family.
Police officer, it's a great job. It really is. You never know what you're going to get. You never know who you're going to help.
We're forgetting what's going on outside. We're focusing on what's going on in here, and we're all family.
This idea of a family academy, connecting families to talk about relevant issues.
Unbelievable. Milford has stormed all the way back in this football game.
The Warriors in the state finals! State finals, Ohio Wesleyan, here we go!
And it's up to every one of you all to keep this going and carry the torch. I hope you will do that. Thank you.
ICRC-TV.
We're back here with varsity head coach Rob Matula. Now, Coach Matula, what has been your proudest moment this season? It's been a huge season for you guys. I just want to know what your thoughts are on reflecting back.
You know, there's a lot to reflect back on and be proud of. Obviously, you know, the seasons, the wins, going to the state championship and all of those things was very, very exciting and really something to be proud of. But I think probably, in retrospect, looking back, and having an opportunity to come in and actually talk to and see some of the kids who came to the games. The article that Abby Wachter, I think that's was pronouncing her name correctly. The article that she wrote, I had an opportunity to come in and speak to her and to the class, and to see the kids come to the games and to see the community. It was kind of a relief, and I think Abby said it perfectly when after 2 years of being kind of just pent up, caged up because we couldn't go out, couldn't go anywhere without a mask on, and those types of things. To look up in the stands and to see the actual, kids in the stands and the teachers and the parents and grandparents and the community, that's what I'm most proud of, and that's what. I hope that, our girls are most proud of too.
So you guys had a lot of big games this year. Who would you say was your biggest competition, and what do you think not only you learned from this, but also your girls learned?
Well, you're right. We do. We play a lot of very, very good competition, and I think that is something that allows us to get ready for big games, tournament-wise. But, you got to go to the Mount Notre Dame game. In regards that they were on, a 98-game win streak. And, I don't know that anybody will be able to do something like that in regards to 98 games in a row. So to be able to win that game in the fashion that we won it and to see the people there supporting us again, that had to have been even bigger than the Final Four, although that's, pinnacle, obviously. And we got to the final game and obviously lost in overtime. But that Mount Notre Dame game and that win was pretty sweet.
Now, you've had one lone senior and a lot of underclassmen this season. What do you think is the character of the team that you had this year?
There's something that as you grow older as a coach that you can't underestimate experience. And when you have the number of kids that we have who have been through, big games and big wins and such, having the experience and really the love for one another. I really do believe that our kids and our program, they hold each other accountable. We have very, very little drama. If there is drama, they take care of it themselves. because, they are like a big family. We're going to have our tough times. We're going to have our arguments and we're going to have disagreements and so forth. But when you can alleviate the distractions, it allows your team to, I think, become the best team that they can possibly be.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Coach.
All right.
We'll be back with the desk later.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ICRC-TV Sports.
Three-pointer. Got it. In for the Comets score. Win. Comets win. Yeah.
And a big thanks to Coach Matula for that interview. He's one of the strong candidates for Coach of the Year tonight, and that's actually going to be a perfect segue into our awards predictions segment. And Adam and I, we looked through the nominations, compiled our predictions, and we tried to keep it interesting for you guys.
Yeah, and so we're going to start off with, we're going to go in chronological order of how the awards are going to be presented tonight. And Breakthrough Athlete, we mentioned before that there's a fall winner, a winter winner, and a spring winner. And so my first pick, I'm going to go with Peyton Evans, the sophomore setter for the volleyball team, second in the GMC in aces in her first year starting varsity. We talked about that senior-heavy lineup, and I think Peyton Evans is going to be a great building block for this team in the future.
And I'm going with the hammer, Jake Bates, the linebacker from Mason football. In his first year starting varsity, he had a little special teams action as a sophomore, but he was second in the GMC in tackles, and he was the enforcer of this defense. He was just a true joy to watch on Friday nights.
Yeah, I can't go wrong with the hammer. And now we're going to move on to the winter, and I've got to go with Maddie Parrish, the freshman guard for the girls basketball team, and she was a player that took everybody by storm. Absolutely blew up, especially got even better and better throughout the year. And she had to go up against some really tough talent in Chance Gray and then KK Bransford. Bransford more of a forward, but a few ISO opportunities with her, and she absolutely shut them down, especially as a freshman playing up against top 15 recruits in the country. I mean, that is just so impressive.
Yeah, and I have to 100% agree with you, Parrish. And you mentioned it, she got better every week, and that's what's so impressive to see and what you love to see. As out of freshman, Coach Matula very excited about her future. And then one more thing about Parrish, she scored that game-winning goal layup against Mount Notre Dame, which we're going to be talking about, I think, a little bit later for Game of the Year. And then for spring breakthrough athlete, my prediction is going to be Lily Eagleston, the freshman hurdler, being the top hurdler in the GMC, one of the top freshmen in the state. I think that's important. But this is one of those categories where I could see it going any way.
Yeah, I agree. This is one of the toughest awards of the night, but I'm going to agree with you. Lily Eagleston, the freshman for the girls track team, and when you have one of the top freshmen in the state at a certain position, I think you've got to go with the freshman hurdler, Lily Eagleston. And now we're going to move on to our prediction for most outstanding play of the year. And Andrew, this was one of my favorite broadcasts of the year with Mason Sports Radio at the Sycamore game, and I was just absolutely baffled when I saw this catch happen live. Bryant Violan, the 63-yard one-handed touchdown against Sycamore. That's my pick.
Yeah, and Bryant Violand, this catch belonged on You Got Mossed on Sunday NFL Countdown. We were up on top of the press box at Sycamore renovating their varsity field, so they were over at their middle school, and I couldn't really see the play. So my experience with it at first was the crowd reaction, and you could just tell by the noise they made that this was a play that people are going to remember for a very long time. This is another category with a lot of contenders. Some plays like Parrish's pass and Carly Kiefer's penalty kick goal, they might have come in bigger situations, but I don't know if any of them were quite as impressive on first glance as Violan's catch.
Yeah, and Andrew, I mean, we have 3 straight common picks. We don't see that very often. Andrew and I agreeing on something. Brothers, come on. This is ridiculous.
I must be doing something wrong if I'm agreeing with this guy, but maybe that'll change pretty soon.
Yeah, and now moving on to most outstanding coach of the year, I've got to go with Rob Matula of the girls basketball team. Interviewed him earlier, and I think he just encapsulates this award, bringing the community together, an outstanding state run, and making it to the state finals is so hard, especially in girls in basketball, and the path that they had to take going up against Winton Woods and Chance Gray, and then Mount Notre Dame and KK Bransford. State runner-ups. What else can you ask for?
Yeah, and it's impossible to argue with that logic right there. Matula did a great job bringing his team together so they could bring the community together. But I'm going to throw out 2 more names just to watch out for. Tom Rapp, the head coach of boys cross country, and then Mike Reed. He coaches both tennis teams, but specifically for girls tennis. Those are the 2 state championship teams. So look out for them as potential dark horse winners.
And then most outstanding performance of the year, I've got to go with Kyle Blebaum. We talked about one of the most just electrifying athletes to ever come through Mason, set a state record at the state championship meet in the 100 fly. I'm going with Kyle Blebaum.
Yeah, and it's hard to top that performance, breaking a record, winning a state championship. But I'm going to go a little contrarian here. I'm going to go with Noah Samuel, throw some love to the spring sports. At the big stage at Prasco Park against our crosstown rivals, Kings, threw a no-hitter. That was the first time he'd gone over 3 innings since his Tommy John surgery. So that was a really impressive individual performance.
Yeah, and we've got our fans and nominees starting to pile into the Mason Auditorium, so we're going to try to speed up these predictions for you. And most outstanding game or match of the year, and we've talked about this a lot already in the broadcast, I've got to go with girls basketball versus Mount Notre Dame in the regional finals.
Yeah, and I'll keep it brief. We talked about everything. This is one of the most intense and electrifying high school sporting events I've ever attended. Just a terrific, and also the Comets ending an incredibly long win streak from Mount Notre Dame. So that's another storyline to add to this terrific win that sent them to the state Final Four.
And then most outstanding female athlete of the year, another girls basketball award I'm giving out. Kyla Oldacre with girls basketball. It's the 6'6" McDonald's All-American. It's hard to argue with that title alone.
Yeah, and Oldacre, one of the best athletes to come through Mason in a long time. But I'm going to go with the state champion, Shyla Agarwal, for girls tennis.
And then most outstanding male athlete of the year, I just talked about his electrifying performance at state. I'm going with Kyle Blebaum from the boys swim team.
Yeah, no disagreements here. I'm going with Blebaum, one of the biggest favorites of the night.
Yeah, and then one of the most prestigious awards tonight, most outstanding team of the year, our final award. And again, I'm going with the girls basketball team. Again, they just brought the community together, the fans, the students, teachers, everybody coming together as one. Made that tremendous state title run at Sports Radio. We were actually got to go courtside on those games. It was a tremendous atmosphere, and I loved watching the girls basketball team every step of the way this season.
Yeah, and if you're going to talk about that community aspect and what they meant to this school, I think you can't argue with the girls basketball team. However, I'm going to go with the team that I think was the best in their sport, the most dominant, boys cross country, winning the state championship by such a large margin.
All right, and we could sit here and debate awards all night. I mean, we are brothers. Arguing isn't our DNA. But yeah, we're gonna segue towards the end.
Yeah, and I'm sure as much as everybody would love to watch us argue about awards for the next hour and a half, we're gonna send you over to Ben and Amelia for tonight's Espys. And,
and that's gonna wrap up tonight's pre-show. We have an amazing night in store to showcase all the amazing Mason athletes. I've been Adam Little, joined alongside my twin brother Andrew Little, and make sure you stay tuned and enjoy tonight's show.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to ICRC-TV Sports.
Three-pointer. Got it. In for the Comets score. Win. Comets win. Yeah.
On air or online, this is media for your community. This is ICRC-TV.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
with the next item on our agenda is item number 5, opening session.
I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. If you're out here at the parade or listening, thank you again.
Into the end zone, and that is caught by Jaden Wood.
Come on now, how we doing? Y'all feeling all right out there?
Hello and welcome to this edition of This is Glendale. I'm Bet Chorus.
Hey guys, this is the Unit 1 crew from One Log Fire Department. We just want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And of course, you can always go to ICRC-TV.com.
Always a great day when ICRC is involved.
Another edition of ICRC, bringing the community to you.
Many people don't know what it takes to be great. But you do. You put in the work, the extra work that no one sees. How far will you go to be the best of the best? Greatness isn't just given, it's earned. Forget about the crowd, the size of the school, the fancy uniforms. Remember what got you here. Determination, resilience, strength, teamwork. You've got to go for it. Not for anyone else but yourself. You have to want it. Treat every game, every match, every meet, every tournament like it's your last. What's your legacy? What do you want to be remembered for? This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
Awesome recognition through our Espys as we join together to recognize and honor all of our athletes and our coaches from our fall and winter and spring seasons. First of all, I'd like to take just a moment to thank our school administration, Superintendent Jonathan Cooper, our Board of Education, and our high school principal, Mr. Bobby Dodd, and his tremendous staff of assistant principals for their continued support of our athletic programs. Our head of maintenance, Mr. George Highfill, and his great maintenance and custodial staff who keep our facilities clean, safe, and in top performance shape all year round. Our trainers, Premier Health, and their support, Christina Hare, Brittany Bingham, all their efforts to keep our students healthy throughout the year, working with our coaches and our athletes. Our new strength and conditioning coach from Beacon Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Trent Smart. Thank them for all their service and what they're doing for our student athletes. Our athletic department staff, Assistant Athletic Director Kathy Crotty. Kathy handles many aspects of our daily operations, all of the scheduling and the logistics that go along with this evening. And our athletic administrative assistant, Mr. Dylan McKinney, who has been the ultimate leader behind these scenes for the Espys, handling the organization and the communication with all of the students assisting with the programs, all of the athletes and coaches. Mr. Dylan McKinney. Let's give him a hand right now, real quick. Jen Mott, our middle school athletic director and activities director, and all of our middle school coaches for their work with our great middle school programs, which is part of the building foundation and growth for all our high school programs that we are celebrating tonight. Mr. Dan Hyland, our SID, who oversees the Common Connection, our team day pictures, our result page, our website content, for all his efforts. And then Mr. Dale Connor and Mr. Andy Getz for their classroom leadership of our awesome students involved with promoting this great program tonight and all of our athletic programs throughout the year. And then lastly, I'd like to thank our athletic community parents for all their support and sacrifices that go into raising and supporting today's student athlete, as well as those parents who are able to offer their time beyond their normal day supporting our programs when and where they can. Thank you, parents. Okay, at this time, I'd like to bring out two of our highly esteemed media personalities. You might know them from NBC or Mason Sports Radio or in the halls of MHS. We are very thankful for all that they have contributed to the school and athletics. Let's hear it for seniors Amelia Guerin and Ben Howler.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 2022 Mason High School ESPYs. Thanks Mr. Stemple for starting us off. I'm Ben Howler.
And I'm Amelia Guerin.
And we are both very fortunate to be alongside all of you on this incredible event highlighting all Mason High School varsity teams. This is the first time we're back in person with this event since 2019, and first time since 2017 we're right here in the Mason High School auditorium where it all began. And I remember sitting in the audience as a sixth grader, dreaming of one day holding up one of these Mason High School ESPY awards. And I'm proud to report to my sixth grade self that during the duration of the night, I'll be holding 10 different ESPY awards.
You know, my first ESPYs experience was pretty similar. I remember sitting out in the audience where you guys were looking at these big varsity athletes and just wishing I could be like them one day. And I'm very fortunate to be up on this stage tonight, also holding 10 awards. But unfortunately, since I couldn't keep my bones intact for a whole season, I will not be receiving any awards.
Unfortunate end of the season, but a terrific season from you and the whole women's soccer team, ending in the regional semifinals, so congrats.
Thank you. And you know, you've had a tremendous year as well, hitting 100 broadcasts. That's no small thing. Give it up for Ben.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, there's not a group of student athletes around that would be more fun to cover than these here at Mason High School, and are also very appreciative of all the watchers, supporters at home. And I always get the question, as a sports broadcaster, you got to have that one saying, that one catchphrase that's unique to you that you always use. But to anyone who's seen multiple of our broadcasts, I promise that sorry for technical difficulties, we're back here at Mason High School is not my preferred catchphrase.
A lot of work went into putting this night together, so let's give it up one more time for everyone who made this night possible. All of our nominees tonight were evaluated and selected by a panel of sports writers, coaches, and administrators.
And no, I was not on this panel.
You ready to start?
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the flow of the show?
You're right. So first, Ben and I are going to come out. We're going to explain these awards, what it takes for these athletes to win. Then a small video is going to play on the screen behind us, highlighting all of our nominees and their accomplishments throughout the season. Then Ben and I are going to come back on, and we're going to announce the winner. When your name is called, you can come up on this side of the stage and give your acceptance speech.
Every year, we like to start the show with an award that highlights some of the brightest new talent.
The Breakthrough Athlete Award is presented to 3 athletes, one from each season, that have really made tremendous strides of improvement this year.
Here are the nominees for Most Outstanding Breakthrough Athlete.
each season. When your name is announced, you can all three come up here at once and give your acceptance speeches. Let's get to the winners. The winner for most outstanding breakthrough athlete of the fall, Jake Bates. Of the winter, Maddie Parrish. And of the spring, Sam Pennington.
Good, how we doing? Man, first off, I just want to thank whoever gave me this award. It means a lot to me, it means a lot to my family. And I just want to say I'm blessed, and I want to shout out anybody who just supported me along the way, my family, my friends, all my coaches, supporters, anybody who just been there for me. You know, you guys mean a lot to me, mean the world to me. But yeah, if I could talk about something real quick, I'm going to keep it short, but just work hard. Give it everything you got every day. Tomorrow's not promised. Just give everything you got. And you can be whatever you set your mind to. Don't doubt your capabilities. Don't limit yourself. Anybody can become whoever. And, yeah, thank you. And hey. Go Comets!
Hey everybody, I'll be like Hammer, but I'd like to say thank you for being nominated for this award with an amazing group of athletes, and I'd like to thank my coaches, team, and my family for just pushing me to be a great athlete during the season, and go Comets!
Hi. I don't know how close I need to stand. Okay, that's good. I just want to start off by saying thanks to my family, friends, teammates, and coaches. I never thought I'd be standing here today accepting this award. I want to especially thank my coaches, Coach Muff, Coach Bell, and Coach Meyer, for pushing me to be the player I am today. I would not be standing right here if it wasn't for you, and go Comets. Watching from home,
In the broadcast booth,
or on the sideline with a fractured fibula, you always know when you're experiencing a moment to remember.
we've had a lot of outstanding plays this year, from game-winning points to buzzer beaters to one-handed catches. You all gave the nomination committee no short of options.
So let's take a look at the 4 plays nominated for most outstanding play of the year.
We off the grid, this for my kid. For when my kids have kids. Everything we did for the crib, everything we did, how we live. All this smoke got a scent. All
Shotgun snap, fake handoff, play action. Brown looking right, looking deep. Got a receiver. A catch is made. Into the red zone. And a touchdown. Brian Violand, his first touchdown of the season, first touchdown of the year. And I can't believe the catch he just made.
Got tats on my ribs, tattoos on my wrists. Agitated my kids, I just do 20 county. We was honest. I just bought me some brand new clothes, Dover Street Market. Ay, we just took a ride to Charlotte. I'm in the Rolls Royce, don't watch Cali. I light her up, blunt and let you.
The Mason Comets to the regional semi. She goes left and it's in. The Mason Comets defeat the Seton Saints and head to the regional semis. They're the district champions.
Oh, behind the back, Rosano finishes, and the freshman Madison Parrish behind the back, right where it needed to be.
That was an ESPN play right there.
I'll tell you, those were definitely 4 of my favorite moments from this year.
Me too. Our 2022 Espy for Most Outstanding Play of the Year goes to Brian Violand.
Can you love me again?
I would just like to thank my mom and dad, along with the committee who voted for me for this award tonight. Coach Kastner for allowing me the opportunity to play, and Coach Pop and Coach Little for trusting in me to play the position I played and drawing the play up for me that got me the award. And all the receivers that pushed me to be better and do what I did. And yeah, just a big thank you to everyone.
My principal, you do what I tell you. Get over here. He's gonna get nasty. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
There were a ton of moments this year when individual athletes really took a time to shine and take over their respective game or match.
The other schools simply didn't stand a chance when these 4 athletes played the way they did.
Let's take a look at the nominees for Most Outstanding Performance of the Year.
I was born in a thunderstorm.
Lane 6, Carl Blowbaum of Mason.
And look who it is, Shannon Krogan.
On my own, I survived.
This would be one of those memorable performances for Samuel in his senior year.
Like the love that comes with life. I wore envy and I hated, but I survived.
Talented field, they're literally racing, see who can break the state record.
And right now they are just tooth and nail.
46-17 is the state record set by Scotty Buff yesterday.
Scotty Buff had a great turn, gave a slight edge right here, but turning his head down lane 6, and he's gonna pull.
It is Carl Blombaum with a 45-68, and he crushes the record.
Oh my goodness.
45-68 is your new state tournament record and your new state record by the Virginia Tech commit.
Solace in the strangest place, way in the back of my mind. I saw my life in a stranger's face, and it was mine. I had a one-way ticket to a place where all the demons go, where the wind don't change and nothing in the ground can ever grow. No hope, just lies, and you're taught to cry in your pillow. But I survived. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm took it out, but I'm still breathing. You 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 took it out, but I'm still breathing.
So we're underway here in the second half. Mason do need a goal unless their season's over.
Krogan's getting out of it. Krogan's shot's gonna it's in. Just like that, the Comets make an appearance with the first minute, and look who it is, Shannon Krogan. She just finds Shannon Krogan, who can maybe find one more to say.
She does.
Krogan shot is in! What a hit! Shannon Krogan from outside the box. Oh, wow. My goodness, 2 from the senior striker, Shannon Krogan.
Wow, what a goal by the senior Shannon Krogan.
Solace in the strangest place, way in the back of my mind. I saw my life in a stranger's face, and it was mine.
And it's not a fun position to be in when you have to protect against Noah Samuels. And we're 1 out away from history for Noah Samuel. Samuel's a strike away. On strike 3, swing and a miss, a no-hitter for Noah Samuel. Coming into this game, the most he's pitched, the game was 3 1/3. He goes 7 today with 1 run and no hits.
Being on the sidelines for Shannon's performance at the St. Ursula game, and I mean the energy on the stands and even on the bench was incredible. I'm sure it was like that for the other performances too.
And the Espy for most outstanding performance of the year goes to Noah Samuel.
My left stroke just went viral. Right stroke put a baby in a spiral. Soprano C, we like to keep it on the high note. It's levels to it, you and I know. Sit down, be humble, sit down, be humble, sit down, be humble, sit down,
Sit down.
This mic's kind of low. How are you doing tonight? I'm very honored to receive this award tonight. Shout out to all the fellow nominees. Those are amazing performances. Thank you to everyone who put on the ESPYs tonight. The game at Nebraska was special, not only because the product in the field, but the environment in the stadium. Our community showed out, and I can feel your support in every pitch. Thank you to all those who came out, my teammates for having my back. Shout out to my catcher Brady and the POs. Lastly, thank you to my coaches and parents for having unwavering support. We're not done yet, though. Let's hang a banner.
One eternity later.
Why are we stuck? Yeah. Oh. Okay. Girl.
Next award, I wanted to take a time to talk about Mason athletics history. In 1924, the very first Mason High School boys basketball team took the court almost 100 years ago today. And the starting point guard on that team is actually with us here tonight. Give it up for Coach Greg Richards.
And you know, Ben, ever since Mason Athletics started, coaches have really been giving inspirational halftime speeches to, make their teams go out on the field and do better. Coach Schur, wherever you are, I hope your stomach isn't still hurting from those 7 pickles you ate in 3 minutes during one halftime speech.
But in all seriousness, a lot of athletes here at Mason High School look up to their coaches. But did you know some coaches actually have to look up to their players? Not figuratively, but literally. Coach Black.
all jokes aside, for real this time, our coaches here at MHS do put in a lot of effort and work to not only improve themselves, their players, their teams, their programs, but also the school as well. Let's take a look at what some of you athletes had to say about your coaches.
I have 3 questions.
He always helps me out, lets me get in the gym, get shots up, trains me, gives me advice, talks to me about game plans. I mean, he just means a lot to me.
He really is always positive, always pushing me to be my best, and really just brings out the best in me each day.
My coach is a very great person. He loves hanging out with us, and he knows the game of lacrosse very well, so he helps us win games.
Before I transferred here, I could always just tell that he was a great coach and that the girls loved him, and I got that experience for myself. He was happy I came, and he made sure that I knew that they were very grateful for having me here at Mason.
You definitely just kind of feed off his energy a lot. You know, if we're having a slow day, you know, he's always going to bring the juice and, you know, get us excited, and motivating us is probably the biggest thing.
Every year, the ESPYs poll the 22 head varsity coaches to vote for Most Outstanding Coach of the Year. This gives our staff an opportunity to recognize one of their peers as having a tremendous season, not only towards their players, their team, their culture as well, but the school and the community itself.
Let's see what the coaches decided. And the winner of the ESPY for Most Outstanding Coach of the Year goes to Coach Rob Matula, girls basketball.
I've had the honor of winning this award before, and I'm going to say the same thing or reiterate what I said the first time. This is the ultimate award that a coach can get. There's many awards out there, and you hope to get this award or that award. But in the end, when you get an award that is voted by your peers, who I have the greatest respect for, there's no doubt in my mind, and there shouldn't be any doubt in your mind as players and parents and community members, that this coaching staff at Mason High School is the greatest coaching staff that there is, not only in the state of Ohio, but arguably in the United States. So when they vote for a Coach of the Year, you know, it means something, you know, in your soul. So I do not hold, you know, winning this award lightly, because again, it comes from people who I consider friends, and I know work their butts off to make student athletes better, not only athletes but people, and they represent the community. And I think that's the biggest thing that I enjoy, and that is having the opportunity to make kids better people and to represent our community. Obviously, you know, I thank my players and parents and support staff and family and all of that, you know, those good things. But these coaches are really, really not only great coaches but great people. So I'm very appreciative of that. I do want to extend my congratulations to all of you athletes, winning an award or not winning an award. what you do on a daily basis, and the work that you put in. Please don't ever underestimate that, and don't ever think that there aren't people who are appreciative, of your actions. Because I, lucky enough being here now 33 years and being a Comet, am very, very appreciative of you. And I bleed green and I cheer for you. And I was at the boys' game the other day against East, and you came back and won, and I jumped up out of the stands, and I was hoarse the next day because I was yelling and screaming. But that's the energy that you bring to me and to the community, so thank you. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Weezy out of here.
Yeah. Back home smoking legal. I got more slaps than the Beatles. Foreign running on diesel, dog. Playing with my name is lethal, dog. Who you see? What? Don Corleone. Trust me, at the top it isn't lonely. Everybody acting like they know me, dog. Don't just say it down, you gotta show me what you gotta do. Bring the clip back empty. You asked to see the ball, so they sent me, dog. I just broke her off with a 10-piece, dog. There ain't nothing, I'm just being friendly, dog. It's just a little 10-piece for it, just to blow it in the mall. Doesn't mean that we involved. I just put a Richard on the card. I ain't going playing ball, but I'll show you how to gotta do it. If you really wanna ball till you fall, when you're back against the wall, and a bunch of need you to go away. Still going bad on them anyway. Saw you last night, but did it broad day. Yeah, a lot of murk caught me in a hard way. Got a sticky and I keep it at my dog's place. Girl, I left you loving magic, not it's all shade. Still going bad on you anyway. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Ooh, girl, you shining like a Fifth Avenue diamond, and it'll make you like you used to. You're never going out of style. Ooh.
Jumped in the cab, here I am for the first time. Look to my right and I see the Hollywood sign. This is all so crazy. Everybody seems so famous.
Uptown girl, she's been living in her uptown world. I bet she's never had a backstreet guy.
We were both young when I first saw you. I closed my eyes and the flashback starts. I'm standing there.
Mr. Telephone Man. When I dial my baby's number, I get a click every time.
You're over my head, I'm out of my mind, thinking I was born in the wrong time. Gonna put my hands up to play my song, you know it's gonna be okay. Yeah, it's a party in the USA. And when she wakes up and makes up her mind, she'll see I'm not so tough just because I'm in love with an uptown girl.
There's something wrong with my life. When I dial my baby's number, I get a click every time.
And you were Romeo, you were throwing barrels, and my daddy said, stay away from Juliet. And I was crying on the staircase, begging you, please don't go. And I said, Romeo, take me somewhere I can be alone.
That was some very high-level talent singing, I guess. I don't know. If you had to give an Espy for best singer, who'd you give it to?
I don't really know. I think Kevin Wren gave a bit of a performance, but I don't think I'd want to karaoke with Kyla. I think she'd make me look bad.
Those are two solid options, but I don't think either of them touch the performance of Aiden Stewart and AJ Lefty.
I guess you're right, Ben. You know, this makes up one of the many Espy awards that Ben and I wanted to give out, but we're told we didn't have enough time to do. So we're going to do them really quick. So first up, we have Best Hair. This team really decided that they want to impersonate their favorite Star Wars character. So give it up for Girls Across. Best Hair.
We'd also like to recognize the Mason football team for Best Hit. I know a lot of times the men in stripes aren't always on our side, but that's taking it a little too far.
And last but not least, we have the app that's captured everyone's pregame ritual. Best TikToker goes to AJ Lefton.
Can we move on?
Yeah. You know, Ben, we've seen our fair share of games live here in 2022, and you guys all had tremendous games and matches.
Our teams become a part of these amazing games and runs that captivate us all as fans and supporters.
Let's take a look for who is nominated for Game or Match of the Year.
This past March, the Mason girls basketball team came away with one of the biggest wins in program history. It was a battle for the regional championship and a spot in the state Final Four. Defending state champion, Mount Notre Dame came into the contest, and the Comets came determined to make it a fight. Mount Notre Dame came through with a few timely three-point shots late to bring the game 41-41. There was just over a minute to play, and Parrish put up an off-balance shot with two defenders on her side. The ball dropped in, and the Comets regained the lead, 43-41. They had done what no other team could do in 98 straight games. We're headed back to the state Final Four.
When she was just a girl.
The Comets are headed to the state Final Four! They take
from her reach, so she ran away in her sleep and dreamed of
The Mason girls tennis continued to roll this past fall with a huge comeback at the state championships. It was the #1 ranked Mason Comets versus the #2 ranked Blue Streaks in a matchup that looked dead even on paper. In the tiebreaker, Shiloh reeled off 9 straight points to even the overall team match 2-2. The deciding 5th point came down to the 3rd singles contest and senior Rashi Loney. The match was locked into a 9-9 tie. Pushing herself to new limits, Loney was able to finally win the tiebreaker 14-12 and earn Mason's 5th straight girls tennis championship.
Life goes on, it gets so heavy. The wheel breaks the butterfly. Every tear a waterfall. In the night, the stormy night, she closed her eyes. In the night, the stormy night.
The Mason boys golf team was gunning for back-to-back sectional championships. With 4 of 5 players shooting under par through the first 9 holes, the Comets continued to use their depth into the back 9, as multiple players contributed with great chips and long putts. It was a total team effort, as 4 of the 5 players for Mason finished under par, all ranking inside the top 6 on the leaderboard. The boys moved on in dominating fashion. Earlier this year, the boys cross-country team recaptured the coveted GMC Championship trophy. The Comets were trying to regain a title that was taken from them the year before. Senior Aiden Namshoff was out front for the Comets and continued to lead until the end, finishing with a new personal record of 15:45. The rest of the team remained not far behind. Senior Alex DeRusso sprinted over the last 300 meters to complete the clean sweep of the podium by finishing 5th overall. The boys completed their first perfect score in program history. The Comets not only regained the conference championship, but also were able to continue their undefeated season.
don't think you could match up with our boys golf team.
At least I can hit the ball.
Can you just announce the award already?
We asked that once we announce the winner, the whole team comes up. And the Espy, for most outstanding game or match of the year, goes to girls basketball against Mount Notre Dame.
Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house, play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house.
Well, hello everybody. Thank you for everyone who had nominated us and allowed us to receive this award, and thank you for everyone who came out and supported us this season and also last year. We really appreciate it, and hopefully they'll carry it on next year since I'm no longer will be with them. And go Comets.
Behind the athlete that many of you have become is just a young kid who fell in love with the game and never looked back.
Through all the endless hours of preparation, all the hard practices, all the pain, and all the success, still stands a younger version of yourself who just loves to play the game.
These next four athletes, I'm sure, remember when it all started for them. Here are the nominees for Most Outstanding Female Athlete of the Year.
Get it by any means, I gotta come up. I'm trying to live life every day like it's summer. They try and test me, yeah, I'm outnumbered. But I won't lose no more, and that's the promise. They say to make it, you gotta be patient. But I ain't got time to be wasted. And when I get it, you know they gon' hate it. Know they gon' hate it. They ain't believe me, they thought I couldn't achieve it. They ain't wanna see the boy reach greatness. Oh, no, no, straight from the bottom, and I made it to the top. Gotta win every day, so I take it. Yeah, I go hard on the baseline. You never thought you'd see the kid shine, but I'ma run it up, I'ma run it up, I'ma run it up. I go hard on the baseline, yeah, so you can see my name in bright light, yeah. I'ma run it up, I'ma run it up, I'ma run it up. Every day, I gotta get it, every day, I cannot lose, man, I refuse. Every day, I gotta get it, every day, I cannot lose, I cannot lose. Every day, I gotta get it, every day, I cannot lose.
I'll tell you, Mason is very lucky to have those four athletes. A lot of fun to watch.
And now the 2022 Espy for Female Athlete of the Year goes to Shyla Agarwal.
Seasons change and our love went cold. Feed the flag 'cause we can't let it go. Run away, but we're running in circles. Run away, I dare you to do something. I'm waiting on you again, so I don't take
how grateful I am to have the opportunity to be up here right now. There's so many amazing athletes that have their own amazing accomplishments, so it means a lot. I want to say thank you to Coach Reed, Coach Kindred, and Coach Lehman for constantly supporting me and on and off the court, in and out of season. I wouldn't be where I am without you guys. And thank you to my family and friends for being there for me. Also, I wouldn't be where I am right now without them. And thank you to the team for not only making this one of the most successful seasons, but also one of the most fun seasons. So excited for what's to come. Thank you.
Okay, what's your favorite theme?
Oh my God. Take another one.
I'd go camo.
You said what?
Favorite theme?
Rodeo. Yeah, what he's.
Okay, and what's your favorite chant?
Chant? Ayo, no comments. Ayo, comments, yeah.
It's called extreme regret.
Yeah, I regret this.
And then, what's your favorite game of the year?
Game? Like sports? I'd say like the Honda game, first game of the year.
Yeah, I like that game too.
Yeah, that was a great game.
Guys, you protective. Guys, support us. Watch over us.
That's fast.
There's a hair on mine. Take it off. Oh, it's like, no, it's the chicken. I'm scared right now. It stings.
Oh, that's
like,
good. Yeah, we got that. Okay. What is one game you lost your voice in?
What?
What game was that? There was only 3 Blackpool leaders there.
The first game, we didn't like. we didn't
get ibuprofen.
We forgot Advil, and like we went too crazy for like every play. By the end, I couldn't even talk.
Headache.
Oh, we're going. Tarps out. Oh.
And then what was the game that had the biggest turnout?
Homecoming.
Biggest turnout. Yeah. What do you say? I like apple bottom jeans.
I was gonna say that, so that's kind of mean of you to say. I drew a smiley face on the board, and I would put it up, and oh my god. And I put it up, and then when it was smiling up, it would go. Everyone would go, yeah, and then when I put it down, everyone would go, no. Well, I thought that was pretty cool.
Why is it spicy?
Loudest game. I don't even. When we were singing.
Yeah, was that homecoming? No.
We were singing.
The game before homecoming.
You guys can drink your mouth.
Oh my God.
Hold yourself.
I'd say neon because that was the only one I got to be a part of this year.
I'd say I can't think straight right now. Get my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? I say East Game. You straight, my man?
Okay, then what is your favorite chant?
Go! Mason Comets!
Might have to go down.
Yeah, I got a question. When we gonna grab it?
Have you recovered from that one yet?
That wasn't me.
Oh, sure.
Okay, moving on. So, it's nice this year, after a year of COVID restrictions and not a lot of fans being able to go to games, it's nice to see the Black Hole back in the stands.
I agree. It was really great playing on the field. No offense to the parents, but not only looking up to see you, but my peers there as well cheering me on. You know, there were a lot of people that came to games this year. There was one person specifically that went to almost all the games, but this person not only went, but worked the games as well. I think we all know who we're talking about. Number 1 supporter goes to the best howler, Lily Howler.
Take it. Can we please get back to the awards?
If you insist.
In a year with so many achievements and so much success, there were still a few athletes that were able to rise above the rest.
These next 4 nominees not only managed to take their programs to new heights, but also achieved incredible individual success as well.
Here are the nominees for Most Outstanding Male Athlete of the Year.
I've barely spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm so done with holy ghosting. My birth, it is an omen. Lay me down up in the ocean until you see no motion. Right now I can barely focus. I'm showing no emotion. On your knees, show your devotion. My skin is black but golden. I'm not here for bragging, boasting. Ain't lying, I've been chosen. Mind is burning, heart's exploding. This is my magnum opus. Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now? Ain't felt this good in a while. They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now? Am I going in and out? I stop and just look around to see if you're with me now. Tell me, are you with me now? Ready to put it down. Start at the bottom, already forgot them, but they won't forgive me now. You really ain't ready now. You haters just in the crowd, but still I just look around. Are you with me now? Are you with me? Step in the fire, get ready to take it higher. Real coming out your amplifier. Yo, and every black man to be rich and proud. Why these whippers up and turn into shy, huh? Cell phone became your brother. Internet replace your mother. You leaving homies on red. So when all your friends dead.
That's got to be a tough award for the committee to choose, which once again, I was not a part of.
And the 2022 Espy for Most Outstanding Male Athlete of the Year goes to Carl Blaybaum.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best. Hey, some days you wake up and nothing works. You feel.
I just want to thank, everybody that's helped me along the way. My parents have done so much for me. My teammates get me through every practice. They always know how to make it fun. My coaches, high school coach, Sullivan, amazing coach, and also my club coach that coaches me along the season too. I just am blessed to have this opportunity to win this award for such a great school. I'm really happy that I could earn this award for the Mason Comets just because it was so long in the making for me. It was always one of my goals to become a state champion, and to do it my senior year was really, really special. So thank you. Go Comets.
I've been thinking to myself lately, wonder did she mean it when she say she hate me? Told Sally to speed it up, you ain't driving Miss Daisy. Rolls Royce truck plus, yeah, you driving, little baby. Ain't worked no job since we met, I'm the reason she lazy. I got some checks and I ain't touched, they for Lord, you and Jason. Really wanna have a daughter just so I can spoil her. Maybe look at women different. Father God, forgive me, I'm be sinning for a minute. We bought sticks when it was tension. She want attention, she get famous if I mention. Ain't gon' say her name at all.
Saw that amazing run that the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow put on. And there's one quote from Joe Burrow that really stood out to me. If we can win this division, we can beat anybody. And I'm sure that's how a lot of MHS athletes feel about the Greater Miami Conference. If we can win the GMC, we can beat anybody.
It is truly an honor to have your name mentioned with the best of the best in the GMC. This year, we've had over 115 athletes named to all conference teams, and we want to recognize you now. So, if you were named honorable mention or third team all GMC, would you please stand where you are?
At this time, if you were named second team all GMC, please stand.
And finally, if you were named first team all GMC, please stand where you are.
Congratulations to all athletes who made a GMC team, GMC Athletes of the Year, and of course, conference champions. Not only that, but we had over 40 students committing to play college at the next level for their sport.
Let's take a look at what some of these athletes had to say about their colleges and why they chose them.
Well, I'm committed to Georgia Tech to play baseball. And the reason I chose there is because I wanted somewhere in the South with a good engineering program and a winning tradition.
My name is Brendan Garula. I'm going to the University of Cincinnati to play baseball. And the reason I chose UC was to stay close to home.
Hi, I'm Shane Krogan. I'm committed to Northern Kentucky University to play soccer. And I chose Northern Kentucky because I thought it was a great fit for me when I went and visited, and the atmosphere of the team and the coaches is just amazing.
Hi, my name is Janice Searles, and I'm committed to Bowling Green for women's soccer. And I chose BG because of the team, and I just really love the atmosphere of the campus and its academic program.
My name is Luis Rojo. I'm playing next year at Northern Kentucky University for men's soccer. The reason I went there is because I really like their campus. They got a nice soccer facility, and I got a lot of money, so it's a good combination of all three aspects that I see in college.
Hi, my name is Jacob Messer. I'm running cross country and track at NKU, and I picked NKU because it was a place that felt like home, and I just really enjoyed it.
Hi, I'm Brady Messer. I'm going to Eastern Michigan University for cross country and track. I chose Eastern Michigan because the team and culture-wise, a lot of them are from different countries, so it's pretty cool to see how they run, how they train, and how they eat, and get that cool aspect.
I'm Macy Radcliffe, and I'm running at Northern Kentucky University for both track and cross country. And I chose to run here just because I love the team atmosphere that it gave and the coaches, and I think it will be a really good push for me both on the country and track as well.
My name is Margot Orlando. I'm committed to run track and field at NKU, and I chose the team because I really like the environment and the coaching style of the coach.
I'm Michael Molnar. I play football. I'm committed to Ohio University, and I committed there because I have a lot of friends going there, and I love the campus and the coaches and the teammates are all really nice.
My name is Kyla Odaker. I'm committed to University of Miami, Florida, women's basketball, and I committed there because it felt like home and I could see what I could do there.
Hi, my name is Vignesh Goganetti. I played tennis. I committed to Yale University, and the main reason why I committed is because of the great camaraderie between the guys on the team when I talked to them, and also because of the great coaching staff.
My name is Carl Blaybaum. I'm committed to Virginia Tech for swimming, and I'm committed there because they have a really great team atmosphere and one of the best teams in the country and great academics.
And lastly, we'd like to ask anyone who's committed to play their sport in college to please stand and be recognized. Before we get to our last award, I want to take one last time to thank everyone who made tonight possible. The Mason High School administration, the athletic department, and all the hard-working students of Comet TV, NBC, and Mason Sports Radio.
As we wrap up this year, we look back at tremendous team successes. So far this year, we've captured or are sharing 14 of the possible 18 GMC championship titles. We've also won 6 district titles, 2 regional titles, 2 team state titles, and 2 individual state titles.
Amelia and I are sad that our times here at Mason High School are coming to a close, but we're very fortunate to be a part of this rich tradition of excellence we have here at Mason High School.
Let's take a look at some of our teams and all that they've accomplished.
In the fortress of distortion, I'm at war with my emotions. I'm at war with they enforcement. Trying to fight for what's right and got sidetracked. Where your mind at? Never mind that. Can't be thinking to blink. You swimming, you sinking, you winning, you leaving it. And I'm patient. I'm coming home now. I'm coming home.
Once again, to all of our teams and to everyone here, you all have truly had great seasons, and for the spring sports, good luck. You guys are going to kill it.
We ask that the winner of this award, the whole team comes up once again.
Now the winner for your 2022 Team of the Year.
Girls basketball.
again. Thank you for everyone else who has nominated us again for this award. We really appreciate it and is grateful. We put work in for the last 6 months that we had together, and the whole, which is equal to 92 days of practicing in the gym with each other, and we're very grateful. Go Comets.
Everyone who made tonight possible.
Thank you all for taking time out of your day to come here tonight. Drive safe, and as always,
Go Comets!
This is a mellow beat.